can see is we have a sweep of liquidity, both previous day high and I guess Asian high and low. We have a 15-minute fair value gap. Now, the main confluence for taking the short on Tuesday came down to this over here. Now, this is the weekly candle, right? So PO3, if you just go to indicators and type in PO3, the one I use is this one by 2 degrees. So this is the weekly candle, right? Let's just position that now. So this is the weekly candle. So for those who don't understand how to use a weekly candle, it's quite simple. The week will open and we will manipulate to the upside, right? We will take out buy side liquidity. Now, when we're above the weekly opening price and we get confirmation at a key level, again, confirmation is very important. We want to be selling above the weekly opening price. Now, I'm going to explain to you very simply why that is because the market will go higher to go lower. The market will go lower to go higher. And the best way you can interpret this is just by using the weekly opening price. It's my favorite. It's not really an indicator, but it's more of a tool. It's my favorite tool in the whole of the market. Now, what I want traders to pay attention to is look at the size of this wick, right? I've circled it for a reason. Now, if you sold on Tuesday the 7th, look at the size of the wick as the day progresses. There you go, right? So look at that. Now the wick goes from about this big to this big. Now, a mentor of mine, a trader of mine said the best traders can position themselves accurately inside of a wick. And that is so true. You don't want to position yourself in the body, right? You don't want to be selling down here. You missed most of the move, right? So if this is the weekly opening price, logically, you want to be, I'm just going to call this WOP. Logically, you want to be selling anywhere significantly above that. Now, you're never going to catch the exact high, but you don't want to be trading inside the body, or certainly you don't want to be selling below the weekly opening price. If you want to be a trader, right, you need to position yourself inside of a wick, right? And the best way you could do that is by simply positioning yourself inside of a wick, right? It's my favorite line, right? The best traders can position themselves inside of a wick, right? So notice how when we sold, the wick was only this large, but as the market moved down, the wick expanded. So your job is to position yourself and to ride essentially the wick as price descends, right? As price goes down. And we do that with a key level. So if you don't know where to enter from, it becomes very difficult. So that's kind of the first thing I wanted to go through. This was my key level. So to quickly break that down, we had a sweep of liquidity. We had a 15-minute fair value gap. We're above the weekly opening price. And also, having said that, we're also above the daily opening price over here. So we have a lot of confluences, which made this a very, very good key level. And that's most of the work done. So when we now go to the lower time frames like this, right? So I'm just going to make the charts a bit cleaner. When we go to the lower time frame,